Alright, and I'm back for episode 2. Technically, I just deleted episode 2. It was, there was a problem. Oh, who's online? Anyway, let's get a full screen. Window. No, that's not what I want. Full screen on this monitor. Yay! Full screen. Okay. Yeah, so I just played for 30 minutes and made a big mistake. So we're gonna try again. It's only 30 minutes. Not a big deal. But that just means that this stream is probably going to be a little short because I have something to do in 30 minutes. Whereas I was going to play for a full hour, now it's only 30 minutes. But that'll get us to where we were, where I had made a mistake. I don't know why Zelda Notes isn't responding. That's kind of annoying. That's why I just ran into that fence there. Okay. Maybe it doesn't... Maybe it's struggling because I jumped backwards in my save progress? I don't know. Give it a little bit. To date, I still don't really know what acorns do. I mean, it says add them to a dish for some nutty flavoring, but like, why would I care as a player? Oh, I got a lizard. That was a good bonus. Why would I care as a player whether my dish tastes nutty? Right? I wouldn't. A mushroom that can grow almost anywhere but prefers ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. Someone remind me to do that. What does this say? The stream's bitrate, blah blah. What? Can I read more of that? Nope. Okay, cool. I'll just ignore it then. Ooh, that almost landed on the house. That could have been a problem. A green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. I just want to play this little Princess Zelda thing. I do like the voice memories, but I wish the game recognized that I hadn't actually unlocked them in this game save. I did it with an earlier save, but like, it's kind of tedious to have to go back and find them. My cat just walked in. Hey, Gigi. He's probably getting hungry. Alright, we are reading this book. This is the old man's diary. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking, and today I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. Very creative name. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have need of that itchy warm doublet. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up to me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. Indeed. Let's do it. Cook it. Hasty mushroom skewer. Grants a low-level movement speed boost. This simple mushroom-packed skewer has its colorful presentation to thank for its appeal. And there's one other thing. Oh, two other things I need to do up here. Haha. Yahaha! This small seed was given to you by a korok. It looks like poo. And smells like poo. Apparently. Let's get some fireflies. These fireflies glow gently in the dark. When cooked with monster parts, the compound that causes it to glow results in an elixir that will allow you to move more quietly. Always good to be more quiet when you want to sneak strike. So in my playthrough just like 10 minutes ago, I broke this axe on one of the last trees. So instead of doing that this time, I'm going to break it first and then go get the one that's sitting in that hut. What? There we go. And just for closure, let's finish up. Actually, let's not even waste time going back to the hut. Just do that. Whoops. I guess it's important where you place the bomb. Let's try that. That looks good. Yeah! Definitely don't want to fall off of this. No! No, no, no. No, no, no. Huh. Okay. Whew. Got it. Looks like Zelda Notes is working again. My movement boost already wore off. No big deal. Oh, great. No big deal. Yay. I'm the best. I totally should have stopped on that ledge. Okay. Deep breath. I was just in a hurry because I've done this so many times over the last few days. Oh, you know what? My hasty meal is probably still available. Yep. Oh. Not making that mistake again. Climbing is so meditative in this game. I do like it though. You can pretty much just space out and not... Oh, really? I got a skeleton. Brother. I don't want to mess with you. I can hear it. It's probably up here on this ledge. One bokoblin, stall coblin, I think they're called. No, it's not up here. Okay, let's activate the shrine so we can just teleport back to it. And then there's something I have to do, because finishing the shrine screwed me up last time. This is the last of 4 shrines on the Great Plateau. And it triggers a cutscene, and doing that makes it difficult, impossible rather, to do what I'm about to do. So, yeah, that's why I started over. 10 minutes left in my playthrough. Plenty of time, actually. That's plenty of time. This large sledgehammer was originally used for mining, but it works reasonably well as a weapon. I actually don't need that right now. Or at all, probably. Till much, much later. Oh, it's cold. Yes, I have some peppers. Eat the peppers. Very good. You can see that temperature gauge go down. Very nice. What? Thank you. Hi, Gigi. And we are going all the way to that peak in front of us. Should be plenty of time to get there. Yep, 90 seconds left. Oh no. Didn't want to use those arrows. The wing of a geese. It's covered with very short, sharp fur. Oh, I don't think I knew that. It's not much use by itself, but you can mix it with critters to make something useful. Maybe. Something. Eyeball. A rare material dropped by a defeated geese. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. Gotta be good for something. Like selling to a shop for money. Yes. Let's go. Oh, there's a korok puzzle there. Neat. Maybe I'll do that before I teleport out of here. Oh, he is there. I was worried for a second. There are few things in life filled with as much mystery and wonder as the moments before a sunrise. Oh, yeah, it is close to sunrise, isn't it? Ha ha ha. I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. Breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Use your scope to look for shrines. When you locate one, place a pin on your map as a marker. You did well to make it this far without the proper clothing. Ho ho. Please take this warm doublet as a reward for your tenacity. Da-da-da! That's what I wanted. A warm pullover typically worn by mountain folk. Its sturdy fabric and thick gloves are great at retaining body heat, but not very great at defense. Ho ho! Suits you quite well. Yeah, that's good, because I only had like 4 seconds left of, dang, I almost ran off the cliff. Only had a few seconds left of the, peppers. This should be fine. Famous last words. Good korok puzzle tip. The rock that you need for these circles is always in the direction of the gap. I mean, any rock will work, but you gotta find a rock. go. And how much time have I got left? 15 minutes. Let's, there are a couple other korok puzzles over here, according to my Zelda Notes app. So let's pick up the pace a little bit and go do those. It's a beautiful morning. I'm getting warm. They must be lower. Here's one. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. Is this metallic? Nope. Oh, I can't move that yet. I literally don't have the ability. Yep, that doesn't do anything. But ideally, I would knock that slab off and then pick up the rock underneath, and it would be there. The Owa Daim Shrine. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Owa Daim. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Sheikah stone authenticated. Distilling room. Bloop. Stasis stops an object in time while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of the stored energy can move even the largest of objects. Rune extracted. Let's use it. That was almost fast enough. Good tip. You can use stasis again sooner if you disable it when you're finished. That's not helpful, actually. Ooh, that was close. Going for some treasure. Oh, I meant to read that. Traveler's Shield. A shield loved by many an adventurer. It's made of animal hide and sturdy wood, and is best suited to defending against weak monsters or animals. What have I got? Yeah, we can use this. Actually, let's try this. Cool. Sounds like it was effective. Yes! Hallelujah. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you the spirit orb. 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 It's like warm fuzzies. A symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. May the goddess smile upon you. Oh, she will. She will smile upon us. Indubitably. Okay, we are not... Ho ho ho. We're not going to get that korok. We can wait. With this, you have now acquired all of the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau until you do the DLC.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ha ha ha. Extraordinary. That means it is finally time to tell you the spicy seafood and meat recipe. No. Tell you everything. But first, we have to change locations, because I couldn't possibly tell you here. Imagine an X on your map with 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I was hitting the wrong button. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross there, I will be waiting. Apparently he can teleport too. He's just fancy like that. Okay, well, we got shrines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta be right there. Fastest way is probably to go here. That seems like a good spot to end for the day. So we're gonna go talk to him, get our paraglider, and then end stream. I feel encumbered. That's better. Da 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 da. Do we go all the way to the ledge for the view? Why not? Opening sequence view. Dun 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 dun. Beautiful. Yep. Okay, nice. Let's go. What happened? Oh, I'm talking to my cat. I want to dress for the occasion of talking to old man again. I wonder if he knows what a Nintendo Switch is. It's interesting that the fire is out. Was it ever lit to begin with? could go directly there, or I could blow up those rocks. Well, I had meant to drop it, and that was just incredibly convenient. Treasure! That was a fish. Oh, I'm supposed to swim towards them. Swimming is hard. Got it. I'm dripping wet. Did you guys hear my cat meowing? Leave a comment. He's getting hungry. Huh, there's a boco here. Whoops. Oh, there he is. What? I'm hitting him in the face. How is that not a headshot? Anyway. Are any of these windows broken on this side? No? Okay. I'll go back around. If I don't search all of the broken guardians in an area, I will probably forget to come back and get them. So that is why I was doing that. Alright, let's go talk to the goddess statue. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. Yeah, but they're for the old man. In exchange for 4 orbs, I will amplify your being. Tell me what it is you desire. Heart container or stamina vessel? I'm not ready to decide. Go and bring peace to Hyrule.
Oh, oh, oh.
Huh. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Before my spirit energy runs out. Yeah, alright. What do you know? There's a ladder. I think it's so much more dramatic to talk to him at night, but it's a long time from now. So, there's no fire to sit by either to make the time pass. That's fine.
さすがさすが。
Oh,
では、
now
わしの
the
本
time
当
has
の
come to
姿
show
を
you
見せ
who I
るとする
truly
かの。
am.
我が名は
I
ロ
was
ーム
King
ボスフ
Rome
ォレームス・ハ
Bosphoramos
イラル。
Hyrule.
かつて
I was
この
the
地にあっ
last
た
leader
国
of
ハイ
Hyrule,
ラル。そ
a
の最後
kingdom
の
which
王
no
だ。
longer exists. I get chills every time I see this.
この国は
The
100
great
年前、
calamity was
大
merciless.
厄災に
It
よって
devastated
滅んだ。
everything in its path. Lo, a century ago.
わしは
It was then that
その
my
時に
life was
命を
taken away
失い、
from me.
今や魂
And
だけ
since
の
that time,
存在とな
here I
っ
have
てしまう。
remained in spirit form.
記憶の確
I
かで
do
な
not
いお
think
主
it
に
wise to
全て
overwhelm
を
you
語
while
れ
your
ば
memory
混乱
was
す
still
る。
fragile.
そう考
So,
え、
rather than that,
わしは
I thought
仮
it
の
best
姿
to
をと
assume
って
a
いたのだ。
temporary form.
許せよ。
Forgive me.
今こそ話そう。
I think you are now
100
ready,
年前、
ready to hear what happened
何があったのか。
100 years ago.
厄災ガノンの
To
正
know
体。
Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long
こ
past.
の国に
The
生まれた
Demon
魔
King
王
was
が
born to
怨
this
念と
kingdom,
化して
but his
復活した
transformation
姿
into
だ。
malice created the horror you see
ガ
now.
ノンは伝説や研ぎ
Stories
話
of
に現
Ganon were
れる
passed
も
from
のとし
generation to
て語り継
generation
がれ
in
て
the
きた。
form of legends and fairy
だが
tales.
ある時、王国の占い師が
A
一
prophecy.
つの予言を告げたのだ。大地に
The
厄
signs
災
of
ガ
the
ノン復
resurrection
活
of
の
Calamity
兆しがあ
Ganon
る。
are clear,
だが、ガノ
and
ン
the
に抗
power
す
to
る
oppose
力も
it
ま
lies
た
dormant
大地に
beneath the ground.
我らは
We decided
予
to
言
heed
に
the
従
prophecy
って
and
発掘を
began
行う。
excavating large areas of land.
陶
It
器
wasn't
祖
long
先の
before
手
we
により
discovered
作ら
several
れた遺
ancient
物
relics
が
made by the
いく
hands
つ
of
も
our
発
distant
見された。
ancestors.
人が操る
These
獣
relics,
を
the
かた
divine
どった
beasts,
4
were
体の
giant
巨大遺
machines
物
piloted by
神
warriors.
自
We
らの意
also
志で
found the
敵と
Guardians,
戦
an
う
army of
からくり
mechanical
の兵
soldiers
士
who
カ
fought
ービィ。
autonomously.
それらは
This coincided
我が
with
国
ancient
で長
legends
きに
oft
わたり
repeated throughout
語
our
られて
land.
きた伝説と見事に符合していた。封印の
We
力を
also
持
learned
つ
of a
王家の
princess
姫
with a
と
sacred power
大魔
and
の
her
剣
appointed
に
knight,
選ばれし
chosen
騎士。
by the sword that
彼ら
seals
は
the
遥かな
darkness.
太古、異物たちと
It
共
was
に
they
誠
who sealed
ガノン
Ganon
を封
away
印し
using
て
the
いた。
power of these ancient relics.
100年前の王
100
国に
years
は
ago, there was
力
a
の継承
princess
者であ
set
る
to
姫と
inherit a
才
sacred
能ある
power
騎士
and
が
a skilled knight at
こ
her
れ我
side.
らも祖先に習
It
っ
was
た
clear
陣を
that
張
we
ることに
must
した
follow
のだ。
our ancestors' path.
ハイラル中から
We selected
特
4
に優れ
skilled
た能力
individuals
を
from
持つ
across
4人
Hyrule
を
and
選
tasked
び
them
出
with the duty of
し、真珠
piloting
を
the
操
divine
る
beasts,
任につけ、そして
with
姫
their
を長と
princess
し、
as their commander.
彼らを
We
英
dubbed
傑
these
と名付
pilots
けて結束を
champions,
固
a
め、
name that would solidify their unique bond.
姫と5人
The
の英傑
princess,
が
her
揃う。
appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But, nay,
狡猾なガノン
Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives. Those residing in the castle did as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated, absolutely, by Calamity Ganon. Oh, I get choked up. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link,
So brave. Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you. That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda, and the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly, your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her. Save my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around the Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east, out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the Dueling Peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north. Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as promised. I have no more use for it. An item that you received from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you are in the air to use it. Complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. What's in here? A bow, designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but it will still burn if it touches fire. This is how you change bows. Zelda. Alright. Time to feed the cat. Stop streaming. Yeah, otherwise it's just gonna keep going. I can't just leave. But I can stop. Bye, y'all.